Mobility and luxury. We've evolved and how. From coaches like these to luxury cars like these. This is the S-Class, a car that you may have often heard as the best car in the world. But what gives it those bragging rights? The answer lies in the history books. The S-Class model name may have come into being only in the 70s, but it finds its super luxury roots in the Mercedes Simpex, which in 1903 was built on the idea of long wheelbase and low center of gravity. Back in the 70s and 80s, the S-Class was one of the first cars in the world to incorporate safety features like pedestrian-safe exterior design, airbags, anti-lock brakes, traction control, and self-restraint seatbelt, to name a few. It was also the early adopter of technologies like power steering, hydropneumatic suspension, air suspension, anti-pinch windows, ventilated seats, cylinder deactivation technology, cruise control, and the list just goes on. The S-Class then has always been a precursor to the world of tomorrow. So you see, the technologies that the S-Class brings to the table today generally end up becoming mainstream for our vehicles maybe in a decade's time. And that is why the S-Class is very important, because it's an insight into where the cars that you and I drive today are headed. The new S-Class also brings a lot of new technologies to the table, and some of them have also made it to the Indian model. Let's take a closer look. The new S-Class brings level 2 autonomous driving technology to the Indian market. Using new generation cameras, radars, and data from the GPS, the S-Class can now see 250 meters ahead to scan the traffic, road signs, lane markings, and even the road surface. This in turn lets the car autonomously maintain its lane, adapt the cruise control as per the speed of the vehicle in front of it, autonomously apply brakes to avoid impending collisions, or prepare the cabin safety equipment if it detects an unavoidable collision. There is a blind spot assist too, which warns the driver of other road users that may not be in their usual field of view and can autonomously brake or restrict steering input to avoid a collision. We have seen these technologies on Volvos too, but their presence on a Mercedes-Benz means that these will become mainstream on luxury cars soon. One may question the need of these technologies on a car that's predominantly chauffeur-driven, but these features enhance passenger safety with their ability to deliver beyond human capabilities, which is why it is a good idea to have them. Odd as it may sound, there is a question that is asked quite frequently. If the E-Class sold to us is the long wheelbase version and offers such good amount of space and luxury, then why do we want to stretch to the S-Class, which is almost double the price? Well, one of the biggest reasons is of course the badge. But more than that, there are a lot of other technologies that you get that you may not get on the E-Class. In a nutshell, the kind of ride quality it offers, the kind of materials it offers, the kind of experience it offers in the backseat is more than just the space. There's a lot more to it. The radar-guided technology is exclusive to the S-Class. So is the comfort of the rear seat. The E offers oodles of space too, but the S-Class gets you the unparalleled experience of quite literally being a spa on wheels. It gets some of the best massaging options and then marries it to the fragrancing, cooling, and ambient lighting functions of the car to pep you up or calm you down. Mercedes-Benz calls it the energizing comfort control, and it is a must-have. Activate it, drop the seat back, stretch your feet, and relax. The car has the ability to make you fall asleep within minutes. There are quite a few options out there that offer first-class seats like these, but none of them do it like the S-Class. The base S-Class can be had in two engine options. One is the S350 diesel, that's the one we are driving right now, and there's a S450 petrol that replaces the S400 petrol. Now both these cars are assembled locally, and the refinement levels of these engines have gone up, the power and torque figures have gone up, the overall efficiency of the engines have gone up, and more importantly, these engines are now cleaner and also Bharat Stage 6 compliant, even on the Bharat Stage 4 fuel that is currently available in the country, which is, in my books, a big feat. It It may wear the common S350D badge, but under the hood is a new 3-litre inline 6-cylinder diesel engine that puts out 286 PS of power and 600 Newton-meters of torque, making it one of the most powerful diesel engines in a Mercedes-Benz. I love the way this diesel engine builds power and puts it down to the road. It's nice, strong, linear. You don't get that sudden punch of torque anywhere. You don't get any sort of turbo lag either. It's nice and linear, and more importantly, the refinement levels. It's just unbelievable. At city speeds, like I said, it almost feels like an electric car. And at highway speeds, even as the speeds rise or you are beyond highway speeds, there's no way to tell that this is a diesel motor. It's silent and it's refined. The engine is mated to the superb new 9-speed gearbox, which is quick and fairly accurate in its operation. It is a delightful car to drive and has a stately poise to it. Adaptive air suspension in all the 4 corners ensures that it moves gracefully even on undulated surfaces and patchy roads. It takes deep potholes and really tall speed humps to annoy this car, but otherwise the S-Class has the best ride in the business. The new 50 profile tires, short on 18-inch wheels, look a bit ungainly, but are instrumental in helping the car tackle the challenging roads India has in abundance. Speaking of looks, this being the facelift gets the usual nibs and tucks. Updated headlights, which now have 3 lines of daytime running lights, new tail lights with a stardust pattern, and small revisions to both the bumpers. The cabin gets a new steering wheel, which in my opinion doesn't look as bespoke as the outgoing one. However, it gets new touch controls and cruise control switches, since the latter is now an important part of the new autonomous driving assists that are the biggest talking points of the new S-Class. Summing it up then is simple. There are many options to choose from in the super luxury category, and some of them even offer more technology and opulence, but none are quite the S-Class when you're talking about the package as a whole. Cliched as it may sound then, the best car in the world just got better.